Yo, what up, yo? Welcome back to another Sebai'S video. And today, it's a different type of video. Normally, I commentate over video games, and now I'm talking about a boxing match. But it's not any ordinary boxing match, it's Jake the Problem Child Paul versus Ben Funky Askren. And, I'm just gonna put my predictions out there before the fight happens, so I could either look stupid after the fight, or you were right after the fight. Predicting stuff is fun, and I just want to see if my predictions are correct or not. You know what, let's just get straight into my prediction. Who I have winning for the Ben Askren versus Jake Paul fight. Originally I was going to say Jake, but I have Ben Askren winning. People discredit Ben Askren for getting kneed in 5 seconds, having bad striking skills, but what people forget about Ben is that he's a fighter. He's been through the deep waters, he's been tested before, and he has passed. And as for Jake, we don't know anything about him yet. Not really. We know he has the power. He hasn't been quite tested yet, and Ben Askren will be a step up from his competition he has had. Because what if Jake gets put into the deep waters? What if he faces adversity? What if he's tired in the later rounds? How will he fight back? There's so many questions that will be answered in that ring tonight. It's April 17th. Come on now. It's Saturday. What I've seen from Ben, he's gonna try to tire Jake out. He's said time and time again, it's gonna be a 7th round TKO. Jake has said he wants an early knockout. He said first, second. His coaches say first or second. He's not getting past the 2nd round. I don't know. There's so many questions that have to be answered in that ring tonight. But yes, I have Ben winning. I think it's gonna be either a late round TKO or Ben by decision. Realistically, I can't see Jake quite putting Ben out. The people that have tested Ben, such as Robbie Lawler, Ben was facing adversity in like the first 15 seconds of the fight. He got body slammed into the ground, took punches from Robbie Lawler, and he was still there. He was not knocked out or anything. He was still there. And then in the same exact round, he was able to end the fight to a chokehold, which, is one of the more controversial calls. It's still impressive that Ben was able to turn the fight just that quick. So if Robbie Lawler could have knocked him out, then how could Jake? And yes, the sport of boxing is entirely different from MMA and such, but the number one thing that Ben has is his chin. He has to be careful though, because if he takes too many powerful shots from Jake, it could probably be over. And what I have seen is that Ben Askren has a wonderful right uppercut. If it goes to the later rounds, I think that right uppercut will knock Jake out. And despite his goofy stance while boxing, people like Freddie Roach have said he has power and that he is capable of beating Jake Paul. And from what I've seen from Ben Askren's training camp is that he'll try to tire Jake out through the clinch, putting a lot of weight on him and tiring him out through that. And if you saw the Nate Robinson fight, Jake Paul was easily clinched by Nate Robinson like every 5 seconds. But Ben Askren has to be careful, because the way that Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson is when Nate Robinson was going for a clinch and then Jake threw the overhand right and then knocked him down. So that's one positive but one negative thing at the same time when it comes to Ben Askren's strategy. And this fight all relies on Ben's cardio in the later rounds, Jake's cardio in the later rounds if he gets in there, Jake's power in the early rounds if he can put him out already. There's so many questions that have to be answered, but I do have Ben winning by decision or later round TKOs due to Jake being tired. Tune into the fight because I know it's going to be an interesting fight. And again, this is just my point of view on how the fight is going to go. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled on what you want to think about who's going to win. But this is just what I think is going to happen. Because you can argue for hours and hours on who's going to win against this fight. And it's reasonable. I can see why Jake could sometimes win. Thanks for watching. Good night.